RS Auto Care and Lube, Smith Logging, and Mac 1 Machine Motorsports. Drivers still in the middle of hot laps. If you have not hot lapped yet, you need to be making your way to the staging area. Once again, drivers, we are in the middle of hot laps. If you have not hot lapped yet, you need to be making your way to the staging area. Fast time, 7.905. Sean Knuckles in the 1S with a time of 8.017. And he just went on top of the speed charts with a time of 1S of 7.800. .417 to staging, 417 karts to staging for qualifying. 417 karts to staging for your qualifying. All right, we're going to take some time to blow off the track here before we kick things off with opening ceremonies. Once again, want to welcome everybody to the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Want to thank our great sponsors again, Missouri Metal Buildings, founded in 2018 with a clear vision to treat every customer as you would like to be treated. Missouri Metal Motorsports, Breed Excavating, Central Insurance Agency of Missouri, Billy & Hubbard, Hickamo Country Store, Miller's Body Shop, RS Auto Care and Tire Lube, Smith Logging, and Mach 1 Machine Motorsports. 417 Outlaw Karts. You need to be heading to staging area. 417 Outlaw Karts. You need to be heading to the staging area for your woods excavating and contracting time trials. The P1 Kart Rex works time trials as well. So 417 Outlaw Karts need to be heading to staging for your time trials. Once again, 417 Outlaw Karts, they be making your way to the staging area for qualifying. Predator heats will be after. Junior 1 heats, rookie heats, R-Box stock wing heats. Once we get done with opening ceremonies, we're going to get right into qualifying and heat races. So 417 Kart qualifying will be first, Predator heats, Junior 1 heats, and rookie heats. All right, I want to welcome everybody once again to day number 2 of the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Once again, 417 Outlaw Kart's going to be making your way to the staging area. I want to take this time to thank our great sponsors, Missouri Metal Buildings, Missouri Metal Motorsports, Freed Excavating, Central Insurance Agency of Missouri, Bailey and Herbert, LLC, Hickamo Country Store, Miller's Body Shop, RS Auto Care and Tire Lube, Smith Logging, Mach 1 Machine Motorsports, and RCR Design. We also want to thank Show Me Dirt Videos for being on hand with us today, live streaming today's race in action. And kids, don't forget, you can sign up and win a bicycle today. We'll be giving away a bicycle between race 25 and 26, which is the Clone Heavy heats and the Pro Junior 1 heat. So there in our right after heat races, before qualifying, we'll be giving away a bike. At this time, if everybody would please rise, move your hats, as we will have our invocation followed by our national anthem. Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for today. Lord, you just ask that you just keep your hand of protection of everybody that is here today. And Lord, just ask that you let us have a great day. And Lord, thankful for this facility and thankful for this event and everybody that has a hand in it. In Jesus' name, amen. Remain standing for the playing of our national. All right, it is race day. I want to welcome everybody once again. Hey, just a quick reminder for all the first-timers, where the flagman is, that's the straight front stretch. When you go into the turns, that's turns 1 and 2. Down the back stretch, in the turns number 3 and 4. Just want to remind everybody, here we go. We're getting ready for the 417 Outlaw Kart qualifying for the Woods Excavating and Contracting and P1 Kart Works. Here we go. Got the 24 of Noah Long in the 16K. And then Koenig, now Wheatland, Missouri. Noah Long with a time of 7.880, 7.880. Devin Koenig with a time of 8.414. Noah Long got the quick time on lap 2. Devin Koenig got his quick time on lap 3. Coming out on the track now, we got the 99 of Aaron Mooningham and the 87 of Will Carneal. We got the 70 of Alex Schultz with a time of 7-point quick time for Alex Schultz now. Jumps up with a 7.806, 7.806. Aaron Mooningham with a time of 8.293. So Alex Schultz, your quick time right now. Noah Long second, Aaron Mooningham third, and Devin Koenig in fourth. 2 more karts coming out on the high banks. Mooningham with a time of 8.165, 8.165. Donnie Fellers with a time at 9.374. And quick time on lap number 3 for Lake Mooningham with a time of 8.118, 8.118. Donnie Fellers with a time of 9.225, 9.225. On the track now is the 9E of Hoyt Miller. He jumps up to the third spot with a time of 8.091, 8.091. And Derek Long with a time of 8.237, 8.237. So right now it's still Alex Schultz on top of the speed charts. Noah Long second, Hoyt Miller third, Blake Mooningham in fourth, Derek Long fifth, Aaron Mooningham in sixth, Devin Koenig in seventh, and Donnie Fellers in that eighth spot for the Woods Excavating and Contracting P1 Kart Works qualifying. Got the FU2 of Mason Beck on the track now. We need Predator Heats to the staging area. Predator Heats to the staging area. FU2 of Mason Beck in seventh. Emmett Smith in the 57 jumps up to that fourth spot. Time of 8.110, 8.110. So Emmett Smith, the 57. Fourth quickest right now. EF2 of Mason Beck, seventh quickest. Once again, Predator Heats need to be making your way to the staging area along with Junior 1 Heats. So we've got to get a transponder for Casey Mooningham. Run, Forrest, run! Run, Forrest, run! Casey Mooningham was the Central Gas Propane Hard Luck winner yesterday. Broke a spindle on the right front. Casey Mooningham jumps up to the 11th spot. So 11th fastest for the 00 Casey Mooningham with a time of 8.516. So your fast qualifier for the 417 Outlaws was the 70 of Alex Schultz. The 70 of Alex Schultz, your quick time for the Icon Graphics and Apparel 417 Outlaw Karting Association. Woods Excavating and Contracting, P1 Kart Works. Top qualifier, the 70 of Alex Schultz. Up next will be the Predator Heat Race. This is how they will line up on the pole. It'll be the 87 of Preston, Missouri. Will Carneal. On the outside will be the 24W of James Wagner. Row number 2, heat race winner yesterday was the 4 of Leroy Wagner, Alex Walker on the outside from Canton, Missouri in Kart 11. Row number 3 on the inside will be Ronnie Fellers, the 41R from Flemington, Missouri. On the outside will be the 1 of Mason Beck and James Luton in the 24. Yesterday was the pole setter, the 87 of Will Carneal, your feature winner in the Predator class. Leroy Wagner, your heat race winner. Green flag is in the air. Side-by-side battle down the backstretch in the turns number 3 and 4. The 87 of Will Carnell leading, but it was James Wagner. As Will Carnell drops back 2 spots, James Wagner, your race leader, with Leroy Wagner jumps up to that 2nd spot. James Wagner out front, Leroy Wagner in the 4 in 2nd. So you got Leroy Wagner, yesterday's heat race winner, in that 2nd spot. James Wagner out front. Will Carneal, yesterday's feature winner, in that 3rd spot. Alex Wheeler Walker in Kart number 11 in the 4th spot. White flag is in the air one more time around. Junior 1, heat race number 1 will come out on the track. On the pole for this one with a 15B of Colton Brown. On his outside with a 41 of Bryn Miller. Row number 2 on the inside with a 15K of Kane Hooper. And on the outside with a 1F of Miles Frail out of Springfield, Missouri. Heat race winner yesterday. Row number 3 on the inside will be Watson Wake out of Fayetteville, Arkansas in the 78. And on his outside with a 15, Vafina Webster out of Warrensburg, Missouri. Eight laps to be your distance. 6 cars, 8 laps. Here he goes, side by side. Down the backstretch they go here at the high banks of the Iron Horse. Double J Arena, green flag is in the air. Colton Brown out front, your leader to 41 of Bryn Miller in 2nd. Watson Wake in the 78 in that 3rd spot. Right behind the 4 of Miller. Single file right now around the high banks of the Iron Horse. 15 of Colton Brown out front. 41 of Miller in 2nd with the 78 of Wake in that 3rd spot. 2 more laps to go. 15 of Colton Brown out front. Going to turn number 3 and 4. Checker flag for the 15 of Colton Brown, the 41 of Bryn Miller second, the F1 of Miles Prill in that third spot. The 15K of Kane Hooper jumps up to that fourth spot with the 78 of Watson Wake. Come home in fifth. Heat race number 2 coming on the track here shortly. And on the pole, the 15W of Cooper Weber. On the outside with a 16 junior, Jay Spree out of Wheatland, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside with the 5S of Chase Shoup. On the outside with the 72 of Alden Collins from Stockton, Missouri. And then row number 3, yesterday's feature winner, the 22K of Keenan Purvis out of Stratford, Missouri. 5 cars, 8 laps is your distance. Here we go. 8 laps your distance. Green flag is in the air. Weber out front, the 15W, the 5S of Shoup in second. Here comes Shoup on the inside of Weber down the backstretch in the turns 3 and 4. Crossover move, bringing in the 22K of Purvis with them. Purvis now jumped to that second spot with Chase Shoup now your new race leader. Yesterday's feature winner, the 22K of Purvis in that second spot behind your leader, the 5S of Shoup. It's Shoup, Purvis, Weber, your top 3. 5 laps down, 3 more laps to go. All spread out. Up towards the front with Shoup going down the backstretch. Purvis in second. 7 seconds behind your leader. White flag is in the air. Checkered flag in the air for the 5S of Chase Shoup. 22K of Keaton Purvis second. The 15W of Cooper Weber coming home third. On the pole for the rookie heats, it'll be Hudson Grafton from Higginsville, Missouri, the 06. On the outside will be Warren Brewer out of Higbee, Missouri, in the 22. And row number 2 will be Ian Brewer, yesterday's feature winner and heat race winner in cart number 2. And on the outside, it'll be the 41C of Colton Hughley out of Salina, Kansas. So they're going to come to a stop here. They will start the race from a complete stop in our starting zone. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Hudson Grafton out front, your leader, with the 2 of Ian Brewer in second. Once again, Ian Brewer, yesterday's heat race winner and feature winner, and day number 1 of the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. As it's tied up now, 4 laps in, 4 more laps to go. Ian Brewer on the back of the 06 of Grafton. Anybody's chance to win right here. You got the battle of the brothers for second between Ian Brewer and Warren Brewer. Down the backstretch of the turns number 3 and 4, get the white flag one more time around. At the line, it's going to be the 06 of Hudson Grafton, the 2 of Ian Brewer, and the 22 of Warren Brewer. And Colton Euclid coming home in 4th. Here we go. Hardbox stock wing. It is I-70 of Ian McDormand of AS and Murrow Sheets, and got a cart up against the wall off of turn number 2 and down low. It'll be a complete restart. So it's going to be the 170 of Ian McDormand on the pole. The 8S of Morrow Sheets from Nevada, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside, be the 15 of Afina Webster out of Warrensburg, Missouri. And on the outside from Liberty, Missouri, will be the 41H of Shane Hughes. Green flag in the air with McDormand now front. Webster on the inside of Sheets. Out the line, it's going to be Sheets in second. But Webster jumps up to that second spot. Ian McDormand out front. Your leader, Shane Hughes, was the feature winner yesterday. Right now it is Ian McDormand, your leader, with Fina Webster in second. 3 more laps to go. Webster 0.2 of a second behind your leader, McDormand. White flag is in the air. This time, 1 more lap to go. Can McDormand hold off the 15 of Webster? 2 more turns and half a straight And it's going to be the 170 of Ian McDormand, the 15 of Afino Webster. Second, the 8S of Morrow Sheets, third, and the 41H of Shane Hughes in fourth. Backyard Karts heat, it'll be the Clone Medium, then the Box Stock Wing, and the Run What You Brung class, and the Junior 2 heats. On the pole for the Backyard Karts, it'll be the 57 of Emmett Smith. We need Hoyt Miller, who's on the outside of row number 1, to the staging area from Cross Timbers, Missouri. Hoyt Miller, you'll be making your way to the staging area for the Backyard Kart race. Row number 2 on the inside will be Donnie Fellers, the 47D from Wheatland, Missouri. And on his outside will be yesterday's heat race winner, the 70 of Alex Schultz. Row number 3 on the inside will be the 16K of Devin Koenig out of Wheatland, Missouri. And on the outside will be the FU2 of Mason Beck. And then row number 4 will be the 16 of Noah Long. Just a reminder, drivers, right now we are in the Backyard Kart heats. Then it's going to be Clone Medium, Box Stock Wing, Run What You Brung, and Junior 2 heats. And then we're going to go into the 417 Hot Outlaw Karts. Once again, we'll thank our great sponsors, Missouri Metal Buildings, Missouri Metal Motorsports, Freed Excavating, Central Insurance Agency of Missouri, Bailey and Herbert, Hickamo Country Store, Miller's Body Shop, RS Auto Care, and Tire Lube, Smith Logging, and Mach 1 Machine Motorsports, and RCR Design. Also want to thank everybody watching on Show Me Dirt videos. Thank you for tuning in for day number 2 of the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Just a reminder for all the kids, make sure you get your ticket for a bicycle giveaway later on in between race number 25 and 26. Green flag is in the air. Hoyt Miller out front. Alex Schultz on the inside. Coming across the line here, it'll be Hoyt Miller, your leader. Alex Schultz in second. Emmett Smith in the 57 in third. Great race in there. In the middle of the pack there for spot number 3. FU2 and Mason Beck jumps up to that third spot. It's still Miller out front. Schultz in the 70 in second. Beck in the third spot. 4 laps in, 4 more laps to go. Even a green. It's still the 9E of Miller out front. Here comes Schultz though, closing the gap with two more laps to go. 2 more laps going to turns number 3 and 4. White flag is going to be displayed. 1 more lap to go. Can Schultz make a move on Miller? It's going to be the 90 of Hoyt Miller holding off the 70 of Alex Schultz. Mason Beck come home in that third spot. Emmett Smith fourth. Devin Koenig in the 16K in fifth. Up next, we are Clone Medium class. On the pole will be Willard, Missouri's 50 of Caden Cornell, and on the outside will be the 91 of Hoyt Miller, across Timbers, Missouri, who just raced in that last race. So got to wait on Hoyt Miller from Cross Timbers, Missouri. Yesterday in the clone medium, it was Jaden Davis, your heat race winner. Looks like not making the call for today's event. And it was Caden Cornell getting the feature win, who's on the pole for the heat race in the clone mediums. Want to remind everybody also in turn number 3 there, we got the Devil J Arena Cafe. Ate breakfast there this morning. A fine breakfast, and I bet they've got a fine lunch as well. So make sure you go visit the cafe there off of turn number 3. Then go visit Denise there at the Outlaw Kids Racing Tours trailer. Eight laps of your distance here for the clone medium, side by side, 2 carts, 8 laps. 2 talented drivers. Here we go. We'll get the green flag this time in the starting zone. Green flag is in the air. Caden Cornell out front, your leader, Hoyt Miller, in that second spot. Caden Cornell with a time at 8.047. Hoyt Miller 2/10 of the second behind him. As Hoyt's closing the gap there behind Cornell. They go into turns number 3 and 4. Down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2 now. Miller trying to make a move on the inside of Cornell. Cornell shoots up the track. Able to hold off the 91 of Miller. 1/10 of a second gap now. It'd be Caden Cornell, your heat race winner, to 91 of Hoyt Miller in second. Up next will be the box stock wing. Heat race, this is how they will line up. It'll be the 72 of Crew Lowry. On the outside, be the 19 of Jacob DeMille. Then after that, it'll be the Run What You've Run class in the Junior 2 heats and the 417 Outlaws. Crew Lowry out front, your leader. Time at 8.361. Four-tenths of a second behind Lowry is the 19 of DeMille. As he closed that now, the 2/10 of a second. 4 laps down, 4 more laps to go. What a race we have between these two. As yesterday it was Crew Lowry getting the heat race win, Jacob DeMille getting the feature win. Right now it's the 72 of Crew Lowry out front, Jacob DeMille in second. White flag is in the air one more time around. If Lowry can hold off DeMille, he's going to get another heat race win today. He does just that. The 72 of Crew Lowry, your heat race winner. The 19 of Jacob DeMille coming home in second. Here we go. On the pole will be the out of Elsinore, Missouri, the 1S of Sean Knuckles. On the outside with the 14 of Charles Wagner out of Bonner Springs, Kansas. Jumping to 38 of Don Rasmussen out of Omaha, Nebraska. 8 laps, 3 karts. We're going to see some new faces into victory lane today for the Run What You Run class. Jaden Davis and Dakota Lee not on hand with us. Sean Knuckles out front, your leader. Charles Wagner, the 14 in second. 38, Don Rasmussen in third. Sean Knuckles, one more lap around for him. So Sean Knuckles getting the heat race win, the Run What You Run class. We're going to take a minute here to blow the track off. Up next will be our Junior 2 class, Junior 2s. Then after the Junior 2s, it will be the 417 Outlaw heat races.
When passion meets precision, 33 Chassis, where 20 years of racing passion meets championship-winning fabrication. National champions, track champions, recent 1-2-3 sweep, every chassis custom built from the ground up. Pure stocks, front-wheel drives, enduro, crafted to win. Built for your style, engineered for your safety, ready to dominate? Call Tyrel at 417-818-1307. 33 Chassis, building champions.
In the Junior 2 division yesterday was Ashton Mizell getting the heat race win and Blaine Kendall getting the feature win. Want to thank everybody that being a part of the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals today. From all the employees and the staff to the drivers and the fans and the crews. Thank you all for being here. Kids, don't forget to go get your tickets for the bicycle giveaway. From 25 to 26. We'll be giving away bicycles here very shortly.
The MyRacePass app is your motorsports headquarters on race night. With over 800 organizations across multiple forms of motorsports, you'll always have the information you need in the palm of your hand. Race day information with official entries, lineups, live timing and drag racing timing slips, official results, point standings, announcer audio, fantasy racing, and so much more. Don't be left in the dark on race night. Download the MyRacePass app today in Google Play and the App Store. MyRacePass, the ultimate racing resource.
8 laps will be your distance for the Junior 2s. 6 cars, 8 laps. So we had a 42 of Corbin Thompson and Carter Rower on the front row. One of the carts not having the transponder on them. So we'll make sure we get that checked in. All right, so he came across the line, captured a hit from the transponder. So we'll get them lined back up here. After this, we'll have the Icon Graphics and Apparel 417 Outlaw Karts. 3 heat races for them. Green flag is in the air, though, for the Junior 2s. 5A of Ashton Mizell out front. Here comes Carter Roller on that inside at the line. It's Carter Roller, your race leader. Blaine Kendall in that second spot. Blaine Kendall, yesterday's feature winner. In second. Carter Roller, your race leader, with Blaine Kendall right there in second. 4 more laps to go. They cross the line here. Now 3 more laps to go. Contact made with lap traffic there for the 72 of Aiden Collins and your leader, Carter Roller. Blaine Kendall tried to use that as an advantage, but no luck. But he's looking on the inside now, side by side, final lap, crossover move now. Roller now on the inside of Kendall, side by side at the line. It's going to be the 11R of Carter Roller. Ashton Mizell jumps up to that second spot. Blaine Kendall third. Wow, what a race there on that final lap. When they crossed the line and got the white flag, it was Carter Roller. Blaine Kendall, crossover moves, slide jobs. Ashton Mizell jumped up to that second spot. And Carter Roller, your heat race winner in the Junior 2s. Now we are getting ready for the Icon Graphics and Apparel 417 Outlaw Karts. Heat race number 1, the Looney Glass heat race. This is how they will roll out. On the pole, it'll be the 70 of Alex Schultz. Your heat race winner number 1 yesterday. On the outside will be the 57 of Emmett Smith. Roll number 2 will be the Republic Missouri's 27C of Gunnar Ellison. And on the outside will be Wheatland, Missouri's 816K of Devin Koenig. And row number 3 on the inside will be Preston, Missouri's 87 of Will Carneal. Yesterday's heat race winners was Alex Schultz, Holt Miller, and Ray Slooney, with the Hoyt Miller going to the Beauty and Wellness victory lane. We're in the Looney Glass heat race number 1 as they pull out on the track here for the Icon Graphics and Apparel. Eight laps is your distance. 4 karts, 8 laps. Green flag is in the air. Alex Schultz with a big lead out front in the turns 3 and 4 down the front stretch, lap number 1. Alex Schultz now with a 1-second lead in front of the 57 of Emmett Smith. Gunnar Ellison in a 27C in that 3rd spot, with Alex Schultz expanding his lead now to almost 2 seconds. 2.3 second gap between your leader Alex Schultz and the 57 of Emmett Smith. So 1 more lap to go for your leader, the 70 of Alex Schultz. Alex Schultz getting the heat race win yesterday and today. Here we go. It's now time for the 417 Absolute Roofing Heat Race number 2. We're missing the 00 of Casey Mooneyham. Casey, heat race is on the track now. On a pole would be the 24 of Noah Long. On the outside will be the 1M of Blake Mooneyham. Row number 2 will be the FU2 of Mason Beck. And it should be the 00 of Casey Mooneyham. Not making the call, it looks like, as they've got flashlights on the cart back there in his pit area. So trying to get that cart put back together. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Go along out front. Your race leader with Blake Mooneyham in that 2nd spot. Mason Beck in the FU2 in 3rd. Mason Beck close to the end there behind Blake Mooneyham, 0.2 of a second. Now 1/10 of a second for the battle for 2nd. That's all Noah Long out front. Blake Mooneyham in 2nd, F2 of Mason Beck in that 3rd spot. It's going to be Blake Mooneyham, Noah Long, your heat race winner. Blake Mooneyham 2nd, and the FU2 of Mason Beck coming home in that 3rd spot. Now we're getting ready for the Joe Harding and Sells Service heat race number 3. On the pole for this one, yesterday's feature winner. The 90 of Holt Miller on the outside with a 16 of Derek Long out of Wheatland, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside will be the 99 of Aaron Mooneyham, and on the outside will be the 47D of Donnie Fellers. Caution coming out. No start. Going back to original restart here for the Joe Harding and Sells Service heat race number 3. Also want to thank Missouri Metal Buildings, sponsor for the heat race number 4. Year number 2 for the 417 Outlaw Karting Association with Casey Minningham, last year's champion. Yes, they're running for points for the series. And here we go. Green flag is in the air. Through. Got the 16 of Derek Long going sideways in the middle of 1 and 2. We're staying green though with Hoyt Miller out front. Aaron Minningham in second. Donnie Fellers in that 3rd spot. Three more laps to go for the 90 of Hoyt Miller. 2-second lead in front of the 99 of Aaron Minningham. Heat race winner goes to the 90 of Hoyt Miller, yesterday's feature winner. The Icon Graphics and Apparel 417 Outlaw Karting Association. Here we go. Heat race for the R-Box 2 stock queen. On the pole will be the 19 of Jacob DeMel. On the outside will be the 170 of Ian McDormand. And row number 2 will be the 1X of Brant Brooks. Just a reminder for all the kids, make sure you go get your kids' tickets, because one more race after this one, we're drawing for the bikes. One more race after this one, we're drawing for the bikes. Out front will be the 170 of Ian McDormand, the 19 of Jacob DeMel, and the 1X of Brant Brooks in that 3rd spot. Looks at the line, it's still McDormand, but DeMel now with the lead going into turns 3 and 4. Down the front stretch they go. 3 more laps to go. Contact was made between McDormand and DeMel. Here comes the 1X of Brant Brooks. White flag next time by for McDormand. Yesterday it was opposite. Jacob DeMel with the heat race win. Ian McDormand with the feature win. Right now it is Ian McDormand with the heat race win. Brant Brooks second and Jacob DeMel in 3rd. Clone Heavy need to be heading to the staging area if you're not already there. And then we need to get ready for our pro qualifying. Pro qualifying will be after the heat races. Right after our bike giveaway, we'll do Pro Junior 1 qualifying, Pro R-Box Stock Wing qualifying, and Pro Junior 2 qualifying right after this next heat race and our bike giveaway. And be nice to her, because she's very friendly. She's giving away bicycles. So you be nice to her, and she'll give you a ticket, and you get a chance to win a bicycle. I want to thank everybody that donates to the Outlaw Kids Racing Tours. Such a great opportunity for the kids that go to the racetracks to get a track tour with the Wheatland Outlaw Mike Striegel and Denise in their limousine golf cart. Here we go, final heat race of the day number 2 of the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. 3 karts, 8 laps is your distance. Green flag is in the air. Caden Cornell out front, side by side though with the 41 of Alex Schultz. Alex Schultz now out front, your race leader, the 91 of Hoyt Miller second, and the 50 of Caden Cornell in third. 3 more laps to go now with Alex Schultz out front. Hoyt Miller in second, and the 50 of Caden Cornell in third. So Alex Schultz, your heat race winner, the 91 of Hoyt Miller second, and the 50 of Caden Cornell. All right, so we're going to take a 10-minute break. 10-minute break to do some track prep and to get the karts ready for our pro qualifying. I'll be making my way over to the Outlaw Racing trailer to give away some bikes here very shortly. So 10 minutes, we'll be back here. Kane Hooper with a time of 7.843, 7.843. So Kane Hooper top of the speed charts with Cooper Weber in second. So Kane Hooper still on top of the speed charts. Cooper Weber second, Britt Miller third, and the 22K of Keaton Purvis fourth. Colton Brown, quick time with a 7.560. 7.560. Kane Hooper second. 78 of Watson Wake with a time of 7.681. 7.681. Colton Brown still on top of the speed charts. Chase Shoup second. 15K of Kane Hooper third. 78 of Watson Wake fourth. And 15W of Cooper Weber fifth. Colton Brown's time is 7.560. 7.560. Up next will be the Pro R Box Stock Wing qualifying and the Pro Junior 2 qualifying. Pro R Box Stock Wing qualifying, need to be heading staging along with the Pro Junior 2 qualifying. Right after qualifying will be the Outlaw Kids Racing Tour bike race. So kids be getting ready after qualifying. We'll have the Outlaw Kids Racing Tour bike race after qualifying. So the 8S of Morrow Sheets, quick time with an 8.700, 8.700. At one time, they were tied with a time of 8.8340 on lap number 2. Shane Hughes now on the track. Shane Hughes the winner in the Pro class yesterday. Up there on the top groove around the high banks of the Iron Horse. Pro Junior 2 is on the track now. 11 of Carter Roller, the 5A of Ashton Mizell, and the 35 of Blaine Kendall. Carter Rower, quick time of 7.733, 7.733. And Ashton Mizell, a time of 7.947, 7.947. Quick time for the 35 of Blaine Kendall. The time is 7.634, 7.634. So Blaine Kendall, quick time. Top qualifier in the Pro Junior 2s with a time of 7.603. 7.603. Up next will be our Pro Box Stock Wing qualifying. After that will be the Pro R-Box 2 Stock Wing, Pro R-Box 2 Stock Wing, and then our Pro Clone Heavy. Check at the middle with a time of 7.801. 7.801. Crew Lowry with a time of 8.055. 8.055. .055 for Crew Lowry. And check at the middle, quick time of 7.602. 7.602. So Pro Clone Heavy needs to go to the staged area for qualifying, and then the Pro R-Box 2 Stock Wing qualifying. And then we'll have our Outlaw Kids Racing Tour, Kids Bicycle Race right after our qualifying. All right, here we go. Caden Cornell on the track now with the 91 of Hoyt Miller. Hoyt Miller with a quick time of 7.607, 7.607. Caden Cornell with a time of 7.682, 7.682. 7/100ths of a second behind your quick time of 7.607. On the track now is Alex Schultz in the 41. Alex Schultz, quick time. Alex Schultz, quick time of 7.233, 7.233. Quick time for the 41 of Alex Schultz. Now on the track will be the R-Box 2 Stock Wing. Check at the middle, quick time of 7.994, 7.994. 1X Brant Brooks with a time of 8.409, 8.409 for the 1X Brant Brooks. We'll have the one more cart of the 170 of Ian McDormand. So Quick time for 19 of Jacob DeMille with a 7.847, 7.847. Ian McDormand on the track now. 8.553 first lap, 8.553. Moves up now to the second spot with a time of 8.254. 8.254. And 8.252. That is good for second. So Jacob DeMille, your quick time. The 170 of Ian McDormand, second. And the 1X of Brant Brooks, third. All right, kids. Well, now it's time to get ready for our kids' bicycle races. So, kids, if you want to gather up those bicycles and make your way to the track. Once again, we want to congratulate the 70 of Alex Schultz in the 417 Outlaws. He is your Show Me Dirt pole setter for today's feature. So congratulations to Alex Schultz, your Show Me Dirt pole award for the 417 Outlaws. All right, so 15 laps will be your distance. Here we go. Hoyt Miller, Alex Schultz on the front row. Mason Beck, Emmett Smith, row number 2. David Koenig, Noah Long, row number 3. And Donnie Fellers, row number 4. Green flag is in the air. Here we go on lap number 1. It's going to be the 70 of Alex Schultz, the 9E of Hoyt Miller second. Noah Long racing hard there for that 4th spot. He jumps up to 4th now. FU2 of Mason Beck right behind Noah Long. Right now it is Alex Schultz out front, Hoyt Miller right behind him. Emmett Smith in 3rd. Look at the race for the lead. 0.2 of a second. Here comes Miller. Miller looking on the bottom. Caution coming out. Caution. Caution coming out. Bree on the racetrack. So Alex Schultz, your race leader. The 90 of Hoyt Miller second. The 57 of Emmett Smith in 3rd. Alex Schultz trying to hold off the 90 of Miller. Here comes Miller on the inside of Schultz now. Your new race leader, the 90 of Miller, but Schultz shot into 17th, and Miller did to him. Hoyt Miller out front now. with 5 more laps to go. Alex Schultz second, Emmett Smith in third. Here comes the 16 of Noah Long. Getting ready to battle Smith for that third spot. Right now it's all the 90 of William Miller out front. Alex Schultz in second. Emmett Smith in third. White caution coming out. Emmett Smith bringing out the caution. 2 laps remaining, and Hoyt Miller had a 0.3 of a second lead over the 70 of Alex Schultz. Here we go. 2 laps remaining. Can Miller hold off Schultz? Down into 2 they go. Down the back stretch into turns 3 and 4. White flag in the air by the outlaw Mike Striegel. The 90 of Hoyt Miller will be making his way to turns number 3 and 4. He gets the checker flag. Alex Schultz second, Noah Long third. FU2 of Mason Beck fourth. And Devin Koenig in fifth. All right, getting ready now for the Predator feature. On the pole for this one will be the 24W of James Wagner. On the outside will be Leroy Wagner. In cart number 4, row number 2 will be yesterday's feature winner, the 87 out of Preston, Missouri of Will Carneal. On his outside, Kempton, Missouri's 11 of Alex Walker. Row number 3 on the inside from Hemington, Missouri will be the 24 of James Luton. On the outside will be Wilmington, Missouri's 41R of Ronnie Fellers. And then row number 4 will be the 1 of Mason Beck from Urbana, Missouri. Fifth, 15 laps of your distance for the Predators. Here we go. Side by side, 7 carts. 15 laps is your distance. Here we go. Green flags in the air. James Wagner out front with Leroy Wagner in second. First lap goes to the 24W of James Wagner. 4 of Leroy Wagner in second. Well, yesterday's feature winner, the 87 of Will Carneal, in that third spot. Oh, contact against the back wall for the 1 of Mason Beck. As Mason Beck came out of turn number 2 and made contact with the back wall there. So caution coming out for the 1 of Mason Beck. 3 laps in, 12 more laps to go. James Wagner still your leader. The 4 of Leroy Wagner in second. The 87 of Will Carneal in third. Alex Walker move up to that 4th spot with the 24 of James Luton, 6th, and the 41 of Ronnie Fellers. Green flag is in the air. James Wagner out front, leading into turns number 3 and 4. And caution coming out. Here we go, going back green. James Wagner still out front, your leader, the 4 of Leroy Wagner in second, the 87 of Will Carneal in third. Look out though, that 11 of Alex Walker. That yellow car, pretty quick. As he's going to make a move there on the inside of yesterday's feature winner. Now he moves up to that 3rd spot. Alex Walker now up to 3rd with 7 more laps to go. Alex Walker with an 8.089. Now he's into 7.984. But right now it is all James Wagner. And caution coming out. Caution coming out for the Predators. 11 laps in, 4 more laps to go. So James Wagner got the heat race win today, looking to get the feature win as well. Yesterday, it was Leroy Wagner and Will Carneal, but today it's been the 24 of James Wagner. Been leading the way in the Predator. James Wagner getting the checkered flag. The 4 of Leroy Wagner second, the 11 of Alex Walker third, and Will Carneal put home in 4th. Get ready now for the Junior 1 feature. This is how they'll roll out. On the pole to be the 15B of Colton Brown. On the outside to be the 5S of Chase Shoup. Row number 2 on the inside from Cross Timbers, Missouri will be the 41, Bryn Miller. There'll be the 22K of Keaton Purvis. Row number 3 on the inside will be Springfield, Missouri's 1F of Miles Brill. On the outside will be the 15W of Cooper Weber. Row number 4 on the inside will be Urbana, Missouri's 15K of Kane Hooper. On the outside will be the 16 Junior R of Jay Spreet. Row number 5 on the inside will be Fayetteville, Arkansas's 78 of Watson Wake. And on the outside will be the 72 of Aiden Collins. In row number 6 will be the 15 of Athena Webster out of Warrensburg, Missouri. Colton Brown and Chase Shoup, heat race winners today. And yesterday it was Miles Brill and Kendon Purvis, with Kendon Purvis getting the feature win in day number 1. $15 laps over your distance for the Junior 1s. So the 72 of Alden Collins not picking up a transponder on that cart. All right, got the 72. Alden Collins. Here we go. Going to go green this time. Green flag is in the air. Colton Brown out front, 15B. Chase Shoup in second, with Bryn Miller in the third spot in the 41. Still Colton Brown in the 15. We've got a cart going around in turn number 2. The caution coming out here on the lap number 4. 11 to go. Colton Brown is your leader, 5'8". Chase Shoup second, the 41 of Bryn Miller in third, and the 1F of Miles Braille in fourth. Chase Shoup still out front, and caution coming out for the 15. Eight laps in, 7 more laps to go with Chase Shoup. Your leader. Green flag is in the air. Brent Miller looking on the inside of Shoup. They go into turns 3 and 4. Contact made and go around, and wreck here on the front stretch between your leaders. The 5S of Chase Shoup and 41 of Brent Miller. So it's going to be the 5S of Chase Shoup, the 41 of Brent Miller with a warning for the last caution. The 15B of Colton Brown and the 22 of Keenan Purvis. Green flags in the air. Here comes the 15 now, Colton Brown. Things are getting excited up there towards the front now. With Colton Brown now your new race leader. Keenan Purvis in second. Four more laps to go. With Brown out front, Purvis in second, Shoup in third. 41 of Miller, the fourth spot. As the 15 of Colton Brown get the white flag one more time around. Colton Brown, your feature winner, the 22K of Keenan Purvis second, and the 5S of Chase Shoup in third. So we'll take some time here to blow the track off before we move on to our rookie feature. Once again, I want to welcome everybody watching on Show Me Dirt. Thank you for tuning in. While we blow the track off, I want to take some time to thank our great sponsors: Missouri Metal Buildings, Missouri Metal Motorsports, Freed Excavating, Central Insurance Agency of Missouri, Bailey and Hubbard LLC, Hickamo Country Store, Miller's Body Shop, RS Auto Car and Tire Lube, Smith Logging, and Mach 1 Machine Motorsports. So up next will be our rookie feature, and it'll be the R Box Stock Wing feature, and then our Clone Medium feature. This is how your lineup will look for the rookie feature. On the pole out of Higginsville, Missouri will be the 06 of Hudson Grafton. On the outside will be the 2 of Ian Brewer out of Higbee, Missouri. Row number 2 on the inside will be Higbee's, Missouri's 22 of Warren Brewer. And on the outside will be the 41C of Sling, Kansas, Colton Yukoi. 4 carts. They will start at a still in the starting zone. So they will start the race from a complete stop. Green flag is in the air. Ian Brewer out front, your leader, the 06 of Hudson Grafton in second. The 401C of Colton Hughley in that third spot. Five more laps to go with Ian Brewer out front. Ian Brewer, yesterday's feature winner with Hudson Grafton, today's heat race winner. But right now in the feature, it's the 2 of Ian Brewer out front with Hudson Grafton in second. Ian Brewer go down the backstretch into turn number 3 and 4. Will come out of 4. White flag is in the air. One more time around for Ian Brewer to sweep the weekend. And checker flag is in the air for Ian Brewer. Sweeping the weekend here at the inaugural Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Hudson Grafton coming home in second, and the 401C of Colton Oakley in third. Up next will be our box stock wheat feature. On the pole will be the 170 of Ian McDormand. On the outside will be the 15 of Athena Webster. Row number 2 will be the 8S of Morrow Sheets, and on the outside will be the 41H of Shane Hughes. Ian McDormand, yesterday's feature winner in this class. Starting on the pole. New entry for today, the 15 of Athena Webster out of Warrensburg, Missouri. We'll start on the outside of row number 1. 15 laps will be your distance. One to go. Green flag is in the air. Ian McDormand out front, your leader. with Afina Webster in the 15 in second. Sheets, the 8S in third. Coming around here for lap number 2. 0.2 of a second is the 15 of Afina Webster behind your leader, the 170 of Ian McDormand. McDormand now still with that 0.2 of a second, but Webster closing the gap there on the 170 of McDormand as your top two separating themselves from the bottom two. Afina Webster trying to make a move here. Goes up top and now looking on the inside, not able to make anything happen, but here comes the 8S of Mauro Sheets. Mauro Sheets now right behind the 15 of Webster. Both of them kind of running the same lane. Caution coming out for the 41H of Shane Hughes. 10 laps in, 5 more laps to go. So your leader 170 of Ian McDormand, your leader Mauro Sheets and Afina Webster kind of running that same line. We're on the front stretch, they go up to the very top, Gart down to the bottom in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. As that high side is showing some speed here in the R-Box stock lean feature. Here we go, green flag back in the air. We'll see if Sheets or Webster have anything for your leader, 170 of Ian McDormand. 0.4 of a second lead for the 170 McDormand in front of the 8S of Mauro Sheets. Two more laps to go now. White flag is in the air. We're looking for another sweep of the weekend. With a 170 of Ian McDormand, your feature winner in the R-Box stock wing. So Ian Brewer, Ian McDormand, so far have swept the weekend here at the inaugural Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Get ready now for next class, which will be the Clone Mediums. 2 karts, the 50 of Caden Cornell out of Willard, Missouri, and the 91 of Hoyt Miller out of Cross Timber. Here we go, side by side, 15 laps is their distance. Green flag is in the air. Caden Cornell out front, 91 of Miller in second. Caden Cornell with a time of 7.625. Hoyt Miller 5/10 behind him with a 7.889. As Caden Cornell pulled away now, as Miller is 0.8 of a second behind your leader Cornell. Now I'll call it a second. As Caden Cornell, lap after lap, getting quicker and quicker. Time of 17.423, 7.423. We have 8 more laps to go. It's going to be Caden Cornell still out front, leading the way. Caden Cornell been racing since 2006, the age of 25. 2.5 second lead now for the 50 of Caden Cornell with 3 more laps to go. .7.2 now, 7.2 for Caden Cornell. He's running qualifying times out front there. Checker flag in the air for the 50 of Caden Cornell. The 91 of Hoyt Miller will come home in second. Up next now will be our box stock wing feature. So right now we got 3 drivers on the sweep of the weekend: Ian Brewer, Ian McNorman, and Caden Cornell. The Iron Horse sweepers, as box stock wing will be the 72 of Crew Lowry and the 19 of Jacob DeMille. Jacob DeMille, yesterday's feature winner. Crew Lowry was the heat race winner. Here we go. 2 karts side by side. Green flag in the air. Crew Lowry out front. Jacob DeMille. Jacob DeMille in the 19 in second. DeMille staying right there with the 72 of Lowry. Lowry with a time of 7.610. DeMille 0.2 of a second behind the 72 of Lowry. Still 0.2 of a second gap between the two. DeMille staying within striking distance here with 8 more laps to go. Oh, contact with the wall. And we're still staying green as Lowry made contact with the wall, shot down the track. That slowed DeMille down, where DeMille could have took advantage of that. But had to slow down to avoid the 72, which played in favor of the 72 of Crew Lowry, even though he made contact with the wall. So lucky break there for the 72 of Crew Lowry to stay green. 3 more laps to go. .7 of a second gap now with 2 more laps to go. So yesterday it was the 19 of Jacob DeMille. Today it's going to be the 72 of Crew Lowry, your feature winner. Wow, what a race there between those two. Jacob DeMille was within striking distance, but Lowry made contact with the wall and held up the 19. Now we're getting ready for the run what you brung class. This is how they will line up. On the pole to be the 1S of Sean Knuckles. On the outside to be the 14 of Charles Wagner and the 38 of Don Rasmussen. All right. All right, so the tool 14 of Charles Wagner pulled in the infield. So we got 2 cars, Sean Knuckles and the 38, Adon Rasmussen. Green flag is in the air. Sean Knuckles out in front. 38 Adon Rasmussen in second. Saw the 1S of Sean Knuckles out front. 7.422 with the 38 of Don Rasmussen in second. You run what you run, class. Sean Knuckles joining us today with a 7.075. 7.075. So Sean Knuckles with a track record of 7.075. So 1S of Sean Knuckles, your winner. Had a quick time of 7.076 in that run. Came on lap number 10. Get ready now for the Junior 2 feature. Back off once again. Thank our great sponsors: Missouri Metal Buildings, Missouri Metal Motorsports, Freed Excavating, Central Insurance Agency of Missouri LLC, Bailey and Hubbard LLC, Hickamo Country Store, Miller's Body Shop, RS Auto Care and Tire Lube, Smith Logging, and Mach 1 Machine Motorsports. Thank all these sponsors for partnering with the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Up next, we have our Junior 2 feature. On the pole for this one will be Sparta, Missouri's 11R of Carter Roller. On the outside will be the 5A of Ashton Mizell. Row number 2 will be yesterday's feature winner, the 35 of Blaine Kendall. On the outside will be the 42 of Corbin Thompson. And in row number 3 will be the 72 of Alden Collins. Here we go. 15 laps is your distance. 5 carts. 15 times around the high banks. Green flag is in the air. Carter Rower out front, Blaine Kendall in second. Asher Mizell in third with Kendall right on the back bumper of the 11R Carter Rower. Here it comes, Kendall on the inside. Crossover move in front of Roller. At the line, it's going to be your new race leader, the 35 of Blaine Kendall. Carter Rower moves back to second. 0.3 of a second behind your leader, the 35 of Blaine Kendall. Moved the little barriers up the track a little bit to get the carts a little bit higher on the racing surface. 35 of Blaine Kendall out front now, still 0.4 of a second lead. Carter Rower in second, Ashton Mizell in third, the 72 of Alden Collins in fourth, and the 42 of Corbin Thompson in fifth. Caution on the backstretch there. Hard head-on collision there. So the 42 of Corbin Thompson on the backstretch there. After a hard hit there for Carter Roller. All right, green flag back in the air. Blaine Kendall in second, Carter Roller, 11R. In second, Blaine Kendall out front, your leader. Checker flag in the air for the 35 of Blaine Kendall. Another sweeper on the weekend. So the Iron Horse Dirt Kart National sweepers so far, Ian Brewer, Ian McDormand, Caden Cornell, and Blaine Kendall Now we're getting ready for the R Box 2 stock wing feature. It'll be the 170 of Ian McDormand, the 1X of Brant Brooks, and the 19 of Jacob DeMille. And caution coming out on the start there between the 170 of Ian McDormand and the 1X of Brant Brooks. Here we go. Ian McDormand trying to hold off the 19, but the 19, Himmel still in that second spot, side by side, coming out of 4. New race leader now, the 19 of Jacob DeMille. Himmel, the 170 of Ian McDormand, second. And the 1X of Brant Brooks in third. So Jacob Dimmel out front, your leader with a 7.555. Ian McDormand in second with a 7.857. Single file now all the way around with Dimmel with a 2-second lead in front of the 170 of Ian McDormand. So the 19 of Jacob Dimmel, your feature winner. Add him to the sweepers list on the weekend. So Ian Brewer, Ian McDormand, Caden Cornell, Blaine Kendall, and Jacob Dimmel, your Iron Horse Kart National sweepers. So up next, we will have the Clone Heavy feature. This is how they will line up for the feature. It'll be the 41 of Alex Schultz, the 91 of Hoyt Miller, and the 50 of Caden Cornell. Yesterday, it was Caden Cornell with the heat race win, Alex Schultz with the feature win. And it was Alex Schultz with a heat race win today. Be 15-lap feature, 3 karts. After this feature, we'll have our Icon Graphics and Apparel 417 Outlaw main event. For the Icon Graphics and Apparel main event for today, it's Alex Schultz, the Show Me Dirt Pole Award winner. That's racing in this event as well. So waiting on the 41 of Alex Schultz. So it looks like Alex Schultz not going to be making the call. Trouble in the staging area for his kart. As they're working on it really hard there. But right now it is 91 of Hoyt Miller and the 50 of Caden Cornell. And here we go. Alex Schultz will be joining the group here. Maybe. As he was going up the on-ramp. Here we go. Here goes the 41. All right. See if that kart can keep going throughout the feature. All right, let's put some pink duct tape on the motor there. And we're ready to go. Oh, he's ready. Here we go. He's 15 laps is your distance. Green flag is in the air. Here comes Schultz, looking on the inside of the 91 of Miller. New race leader now, the 41 of Alex Schultz. No wonder he went to the back, because he didn't take very long to get to the front. Caden Cornell in that 50 in second, with the 91 of Hoyt Miller in third. Oh, Miller moved Caden Cornell out of the way to get that second spot. But it's the 41 of Alex Schultz out front with a 1 second lead in front of the 91 of Hoyt Miller. Caden Cornell in third. Alex Schultz still out front, your leader, with Hoyt Miller in second and Caden Cornell in third. 3 more laps to go, coming across the line now, 2. Alex Schultz looking to join the sweepers group for the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Will win yesterday, it'll win today. It'll be the 41 of Alex Schultz, the 91 of Hoyt Miller, and the 50 of Caden Cornell. All right, so congratulations to the 41 of Alex Schultz, your Clone Heavy winner. Now it's time for the Icon Graphics and Apparel feature for the 417 Outlaw Karting Association. On the Show Me Dirt pole will be the 70 of Alex Schultz. On the outside be the 24 of Noah Long. Row number 2 will be the 90 of Hoyt Miller. On the outside will be the 57 of Emmett Smith. Row 3 will be the 1M of Lake Mooneyham. And on the outside will be the 99 of Aaron Mooneyham. Row number 4 will be the 27C of Gunnar Ellingson. On the outside will be the FU2 of Mason Beck. Row number 5 on the inside will be the 16 of Derek Long. On the outside will be the 16K of Devin Koenig. In row number 6 will be the 00 of Casey Mooneyham, and the 47D of Donnie Fellers, and the 87 of Will Carneal. "15 laps will be your distance," as yesterday it was Hoyt Miller making his way to the Beauty and Wellness victory lane for the 417 Outlaw Kart Association. "13 strong, 15 laps is your distance." Second year for this series. Point series, running for points for a championship at the end of their season, with last year's champion being the 00 Casey Mooneyham. 10 races, 1 hit, 1 win. 15 laps will be your distance. Here is the stars of the Karts. The 417 Outlaws. Green flag is in the air. Taking lap number 1 with a 70 of Alex Schultz, Noah Long in a 24. Here comes the 90 of Hoyt Miller. He shoots up the racetrack with Noah Long staying right there on his inside, but jumped up to that second spot to 90 of Miller. Coming in here though, lap number 3. And it's still the 70 of Alex Schultz out front. Hoyt Miller in second. The 24 of Noah Long in third. Look at the race in the middle of the pack. Compact made there with the F2 of Mason Beck. Getting ramped up the wall. I believe it was by the 16 of Derek Long. And Mason Beck making contact. Ran up that back stretch ramp there into turn number 3. No trouble for the 00 Casey Mooneyham, as he's been working on that kart all morning. So a back-to-back hard luck win. Hart Central Gas Propane hard luck winner Casey Mooneyham broke a spindle yesterday. And it looks like haven't changed rubble today, so he's going to be your Central Gas Propane hard luck winner. Here we go, bring flag back in the air. Miller now will take over the lead going into turn 3 and 4. Schultz back on the inside. Schultz keeping the lead though. Wow, what a run there by Schultz. Here we go, we're gonna do it again. It's still Schultz out front though. Miller has the advantage in 3 and 4, but Schultz shoots to the bottom, crossover move. They're slicing and changing places up front for the lead. Miller now back up toward the front. Schultz back on the inside. Lap after lap. Back and forth. Sliders. As, oh, contact. Red flag. We've got one flipped over here on the backstretch. Looks like might be the 16. 16 of Noah, or Derek Long. Wow. He is up. Right now, our focus is on, I believe, the 16 of Derek Long. So getting word from the infield, looks like he is going to be okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause. He is okay, shaken up, but okay. Good to see Derek Long able to walk off the track. So we got 8 laps in, 7 more laps to go. Caution flag comes back out after the red. Alex Schultz, your leader, the 9E of Holt Miller in second. The 24 of Noah Long in third. Here we go, 1 to go. Going back green this time with Alex Schultz, your leader. Hoyt Miller in second. Man, those last couple of laps, they were getting wetted. Just as they continue that. Hoyt Miller now jumps up to your race lead. The 70 of Alex Schultz in second. Look at the race back there for third. Between Noah Long and Emmett Smith as yellow comes out. So 87 going to go to the back. So right now it's the 90 of Hoyt Miller, your leader, the 70 of Alex Schultz in second. The 24 Noah Long in third. Alex Schultz in the 70 looking on the inside of Miller. He takes over the lead now. What a race between these two, Schultz and Miller here in the Icon Graphics and the Apparel 417 Outlaw Karts. FU2 pulls into the infield there. As we will go into turns number 3 and 4. White flag in the air one more time around. Does Miller have anything for Schultz? Down the backstretch they go into turns 3 and 4. Out the line, it's going to be the 70 of Alex Schultz, the 90 of Hoyt Miller second, and the 24 of Noah Long third. What a race, what a feature. The Icon Graphics and Apparel 417 Outlaw Karting Association. But man, what a race there for the lead between Alex Schultz and the 9E of Hoyt Miller. But your winner is going to be the 70 of Alex Schultz. Yesterday it was Hoyt Miller. Today it's Alex Schultz. In the first weekend for the 417 Outlaw Kart Association. Who's ready? Here we go, moving along for our Pro Junior 1 feature. On the pole with the 15 of Colton Brown. On the outside with the 5S of Chase Shoup. Row number 2 with the 15K of Kane Hooper. The 78 Watson Wake. Row number 3 with the 15W of Cooper Weber. And the 1F of Miles Braille. And the 41 of Brent Miller. And the 22K of Kendon Pierce. Purvis. Green flag in the air. And caution comes out. A complete restart, but caution comes out for the 15W of Cooper Weber. 78 of Watson Wake. Here you go, green flag in the air. 20 laps is your distance. Brown and Shoup side by side going into turns 3 and 4. Colton Brown will take lap number 1, Shoup in second. Look at the race there for third between the 78 of Wake and the 15K of Hooper. As Wake now jumps up to that third spot in the 78, but out front it's Colton Brown, Chase Shoup, and Watson Wake, your top 3. 0.08 of a second between Colton Brown and Chase Shoup. Now 1/10 of a second now. Colton Brown doing everything he can to hold off the 5S of Chase Shoup. 7 laps in, 13 more laps to go. Brown, Shoup, and Wake your top 3. 15W of Cooper Weber riding the higher side of the high banks. Back there in 6th. A single file the rest of the field. As 0.2 of a second lead for the 15 of Colton Brown in front of the 5S of Chase Shoup. One-tenth of a second lead now as Shoup trying to close the gap on the 15 of Colton Brown. And 1/2 of miles per hour in the view. And we got yellow. Red, red, red. Red, red, red. Got one, another flipped over there. So the 15W Cooper Weber. And we got a driver is good. The 15W of Cooper Weber is good. Give him a round of applause. Tough break there for 15W Cooper Weber, but all is well. Hopefully he'll heal up really well. So right now it's the 15 of Colton Brown. Your leader, the 78 Watson Wake. 5S of Chase Shoup. $16 laps in, 4 more laps to go. Colton Brown Still out front, your leader, the 5S of Chase Shupin, second. Will come around and get the white flag in here one more time around. Colton Brown out front. 5S of Chase Shupin, second. Oh, contact made there for a third. The 22K of Keenan Purvis jumps up to that third spot. So we the 8S of Morrow Sheets, the 170 of Ian McDormand, and the 41H of Shane Hughes. All right, 15 laps of your distance. Green flag is in the air. Morrow Sheets out front with the 170 of Ian McDormand in second, the 41 of Shane Hughes in third. Sheets out front, McDormand in second. Going to look on the inside of Sheets, take over the lead. No, Sheets holds on to the lead. They're side by side. Same thing happened yesterday between the two, and Shane Hughes was at the right place, the right time. But now it's going to be Ian McDormand. Ian McDormand, your leader. AS of, oh. Red out for the 41 of H of Shane Hughes. So checking on the 41H, Shane Hughes. That is one brave kid right there, the 41 of Shane Hughes. He's like, I've got this. I can just drive it right off the track. A lot of courage there to hit the wall like that. All right, you got the two carts remain, the 170 of Ian McDormand and the 8S of Morrow Sheets. Green flag is back in the air. Five more laps remain across the line here for 4 to go. You got McDormand out front. The 8S of Morrow Sheets closing the gap. 0.2 of a second behind your leader. Now separating from the second place car, the 170 of Ian McDormand with a 0.5 of a second lead in front of the 8S of Morrow Sheets. White flag is out one more time around for the 170. 170 of Ian McDormand getting the feature win. The 8S of Morrow Sheets in second. On the track now will be the Pro Junior 2, the 35 of Blaine Kendall, the 11 of Carter Roller, and the 5A of Ashton Mizell. 20 laps. Green flag is in the air with Blaine Kendall out front. Your leader, Carter Roller. Come across the line in second, Ashton Mizell in third. Blaine Kendall with a 0.4 of a second lead in front of the 11 of Carter Roller. Blaine Kendall in second still. 11 Carter Roller in second. Blaine Kendall and your leader. Nine more laps to go now for your leader. He's 35 of Blaine Kendall, the 11 of Carter Rower second. And the 5A of Ashton Mizell in third. So Blaine Kendall, who now have a 1 second lead in front of the 11 of Carter Roller. Get the white flag one more time around. Check flag in the air for the 35 of Blaine Kendall. Carter Roller second, and the 5A of Ashton Mizell in third. Now getting ready for the Pro R box stock lead. But the 8S of Morrow Sheets, the 170 of Ian McDormand, and the 41H of Shane Hughes makes the call. All right. Come on the track down of 19 of Jacob DeMille and the 72 of POWRi. Here you go. 15 laps for your distance, 2 carts. Give them the 1 to go. Green flag next time. Green flag is in the air. Jacob DeMille. DeMille in your leader, 72 of POWRi in second. 1/10 of the second behind DeMille is Lowry in the 72. 7.5 for DeMille and a 7.6 for Lowry. Now 4/10 of a second gap. As DeMille trying to pull away from the 72 of Lowry. 10 more laps to go. Jacob DeMille now in front of the 72 POWRi. Jacob DeMille with a 1 second lead, now almost 2 seconds in front of the 72 of POWRi. Three more laps to go now. Looking to sweep another event for the 19. And 19 of Jacob DeMille, your feature winner, and the 72 POWRi in second. Pro Clone Heavy to staging. Pro Clone Heavy to staging. Hoyt Miller. Up next will be our Pro Clone Heavy class. It'll be the 41 of Alex Schultz on the pole. On the outside, it'll be the 91 of Hoyt Miller and the 50 of Caden Cornell. All right, here we go. Pro Clone Heavy featured 41, Alex Schultz, the 91 of Hoyt Miller, and the 50 of Caden Cornell. "20 laps to be the distance. Green flag will fly next time. Alex Schultz out front, the 50 of Caden Cornell in second, the 91 of Hoyt Miller in third. Schultz and Cornell running the same line. 1/10 of the second. 50 of Caden Cornell is behind the 41 of Alex Schultz. Now 2/10 of a second now. 15 more laps remaining, 5 laps in. And it's Alex Schultz out front, Caden Cornell in the 50 in second. 91 of Hoyt Miller in that third spot. Twelve more laps to go now. Alex Schultz with a 7.383. Caden Cornell with a 7.377, 5/10 of a second off your leader. Seven more laps to go. They come across the line now, 6. 9/10 of a second now. Lead for the 41 of Alex Schultz. 7.2 with Caden Cornell with a 7.3. Coming around now, white flag is in the air one more time around. Alex Schultz will come across the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Checker flag in the air for the 41 of Alex Schultz. Another name added to the sweeper list. So Alex Schultz will be another sweeper on the weekend for him. Now we're getting ready for our last race of the weekend, the Pro R Box 2 Stock Queens. As Alex Schultz to do his victory lap. All right, on the track will be the 170 of Ian McDormand, the 1X of Brant Brooks, and the 19 of Jacob DeMille. "15 laps will be your distance for the final race of the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Oh, trouble there for the 170 of McDormand, and caution coming out. So 170 of Ian McDormand will go on the front row of the 19. Green flag is in the air. Ian McDormand now front. 19 of Jacob Dimmel in that second spot. Once 70 of Ian McDormand running the high side in front of the 19 of Jacob Dimmel. 1X of Grant Brooks in that third spot. Eight more laps to go, now 7. Oh, here we go. Race for the lead side by side. Down the back stretch into turn number 3 and 4. Dimmel on the inside. McDormand on the outside. McDormand holds on to the lead. Four more laps to go. McDormand out front. Dimmel on the 19 in second. White flag is in the air one more time around. Going to turns number 3 and 4. Checker flag in the air for the 170 of Ian McDormand. The 19 of Jacob Dimmel second. The 1X of Brant Brooks third. All right, everybody. Appreciate everybody for coming out for this weekend's Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Want to thank again all of our great sponsors for putting on this event and everybody being here. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Drive home safely. We'll see you next time right here at the Double J Arena for the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals. Want to thank everybody watching on Show Me Dirt videos. Drivers, listen up. Quick announcements. Don't forget to turn in your transponders, and don't forget to pick up your trophies and winnings for the top 3 in today's feature. Good to see everybody this weekend. Have a great rest of your weekend and a great week, and we'll see you next time right here at the Double J Arena for the Iron Horse Dirt Kart Nationals.